So, coming up next to the stage is a performer who's been here pretty much almost from the beginning.
Probably around 2 years, yeah.
Probably about 2 years, because it's our 2-year anniversary. He's a great performer. He's a light. You guys like magic?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Like a lot of fun and laughter. Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, this next performer is going to do a great job with that. Please welcome to the stage, Tobias.
Yeah.
Cabaret show. 2 years. Hell, it's longer than most of us have ever done anything, really. So far, no one has yet to say, hey, cut that out. That's why I dressed up for the occasion. This was just hanging back there. Everybody else is wearing a tie. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I've actually come here tonight to talk to you about a very serious subject. And it's a strange little pop culture phenomenon, which I think that, give it a little thought, you'll realize it's much deeper than we really think it is. I'm referring to, of course, the Kraken. Because after the Pirates movie, everyone knows what you do with a Kraken, correct? You release the Kraken. But what happens after that? Sooner or later, you have to put that thing away. You can't just have it out there all by itself. Which means that you have to keep an eye on where it's going. You, sir, have to do some Kraken tracking. And if you're going to do Kraken tracking, it's going to probably take a while. You're going to be on the move. You're probably going to get a little peckish. You're going to want to have something to eat. You're going to want to do some Kraken tracking snacking. And if you're going to be doing that, well, you're going to be on the move, so you have to take it with you. You can't, have a full course meal because you're going to be following this bloody Kraken around. So you're going to have to do some Kraken tracking snacking packing. Probably something fairly lightweight, easy to carry, something high in protein, pork rinds. Some Kraken tracking snacking, crackling packing. Because if you don't, well, then you'd be lacking in Kraken tracking snacking, crackling packing. And someone might just, talk some smack about that. They might blacken your lacking in Kraken tracking snacking, crackling packing. And if that happens, you probably get a little aggro. I mean, you're already going to be kind of cranky because you didn't have anything to eat, right? You might have to apply a beat down. You might have to give this person a smacking for blackening your lacking, cracking, tracking, snacking, cracking, packing. But of course, you may not be able to deliver that beating in an effective manner because you would be weak from hunger. You might have to get somebody in on that. I know who I would get. My friend Zachary Gates is a powerlifter. He's a big buff guy. So you could get Zach in to lay a smacking and possibly even a shellacking on the crack pin who blackened your lacking and cracking, tracking, snacking, cracking, packing. Everybody with me so far? I have no idea what I'm saying. But then you got to think about who would be doing such a thing. Who would disparage your lack of foresight? Somebody who was kind of in for the big, cheap sensational effect. Somebody who wasn't too worried about the accuracy of their reports. Maybe somebody from Fox News. Like Michelle Macklin. So you'd be getting Zach into lay a smacking and a shellacking on Macklin, the crackman who didn't get her faxing before she blackened your lacking and cracking, snacking, cracking, packing. But then, you gotta remember that Michelle Macklin is fairly attractive. What we would call conventionally pretty. Zach might be attracted to this woman. He might want to put a move on her. He might want to mac on Macklin, the crack pen who blackened your lacking and cracking, tracking, snacking, packing. But you don't want to, put a move on somebody you just beat up, so you'd have to apologize. Zach would have to be retracting the smacking and shellacking on Macklin before macking on Macklin, the crack pen who didn't get her faxing before she blackened your lacking and cracking, tracking, snacking, cracking, packing. And that would probably prompt a response from you. You'd have to react to Zach retracting the smacking and shellacking you gave to Macklin before macking on Macklin, the crack pen who didn't get her faxing before she's blacking your lacking and cracking, tracking, snacking, cracking, packing. In fact, one might even think you'd be taken aback in reacting to Zach macking on Macklin after retracting the smacking and shellacking you gave to the crack pen who didn't get her faxing before she started blacking your lacking and cracking, tracking, snacking, cracking, packing. And that's why it's really important to think this stuff through. But I didn't come here to tell you about that.